The 13 attributes of mercy. Here we go, so we can close out some tabs. So this is just Wikipedia. Excuse me. The 13 attributes of mercy, or Shalosh Ezra Midot Hara Kamim. So Shalosh, or Shalosh Ezra Midot Hara Kamim. From the Hebrew, we're learning that. As enumerated in the book of Exodus 34:6-7, are the divine attributes with which, according to Judaism, God governs the world. Well, it doesn't need to be according to religion. So anyway, 13, okay, mercy, Mother Mary. Okay, so according to the explanation of Maimonides, I want to pronounce it Espanolically. Okay, so the Maimonides, Maimonides. These attributes must not be regarded as qualities inherent in God, but as the method of his activity by which the divine governance appears to the human observer to be controlled. In the Sifr, is that S-I-F? Yeah, I think that's Sifr. Like Sephra, Sifr. Unless that's a T, my eyes do fail me. S-I-T-R-E? S-I-F-R-E. I think it's Sifr. In the Sifr, however, these attributes are not called midot, M-I-D-D-O-T, which may mean quality, as well as rule and measure, but derakim, ways, since they are the ways of God, which Moses prayed to know and which God proclaimed to him. So derakim, Kim, that's my sister's name. Kim, I think that's, im is plural, and I believe feminine, plural feminine. And dera, like derive, direction. Okay, so, and Moses, hello. You might hear my stomach growling. I apologize if that's, off-putting. It's kind of loud, so just thought I might mention that. Excuse me. Okay, so the section called division. Okay, so we're going to go through it, each one by one. The number 13 is adopted from Talmudic and rabbinic tradition. Yeah, the Talmud. There are divergent opinions as to which word they begin and with which they conclude. According to some, the 13 attributes begin with the first Adonai in verse 6 and end with the word va-nake in verse 7. Or ve-nake. I said ve-nake. Okay. Ve-nake in verse 7. The single attributes are contained in the verses as follows. So 1, compassion before a person sins. And I've said that before. You have to have these things already in your heart so you can access them when it's necessary. You can't go through this whole big process of gaining this virtue, this attribute of compassion while this person needs it. Okay, so we have to already have these, and we already do. Okay. We need to just not block them. So we have to have this compassion within us before someone. Forgiveness has to dwell within you. So it's just accessed automatically. When it needs to get kicked into gear. And then number 2, compassion after a person has sinned. Right? Because there's also more compassion. Perhaps the after has to do with when they go through the period of feeling shame and remorse and regret and those kinds of things. So that's a different kind of compassion. The first one, before a person sins, is just that energy that you hold within you. And then after the person sins, that's you accessing that compassion. I said passion, I meant to say compassion if I accidentally said passion. Number 3, it says El, mighty in compassion to give all creatures according to their need. Yes, and that has been coming up, and that's number 3. 4, Rakum. 1 and 2 is Yahweh, the YHVH, okay. That's why I was like, L, why are these all have names? And I was like, 1 and 2 didn't? Oh no, it's Yahweh. Okay, so, the acronym. Okay, so, and then 3 is L, okay. Mighty in compassion to give all creatures according to their need. Need, double E. L, mighty, okay. Number 4, Rakum. R-A-C-H-U-M, Rakum. Merciful that humankind may not be distressed. Number 5, Ve Kanun. Ve Kanun. And gracious if humankind is already in distress. Number 6, Erek or Erech. Apayim. Slow to anger. Number 7, Verav Chesed. Okay, Chesed. And plenteous in kindness. Chesed, that's Raphael, that's Jesus. The Sephra of Chesed. Number 8, Ve'emet, and truth. I just want to read 7 again. Ve'rav, Rav. So it's Ra with the V, okay, which is Ra, but also V as in divided, because that's what God is. 2, the masculine and the feminine. So Ve'rav, Chesed, very interesting. Yes, how it all goes together there. And so that's, and plenteous in kindness, yes, Jesus. Yahushua, Yeshua, Isho, Enki, whatever you want to call it. Number 8, Ve'emet, and truth. So plenteous in kindness and truth. So slow to anger and plenteous in kindness and truth. Well, I'll just go through them all after it. Okay. Number 9, Notzer, Chesed, La'a, Lafim. I think that's an F. Lots of A's. 3 A's. La'a, Lafim. So, keeping kindness unto thousands. Number 10, Nose Avon. Nose Avon, like bird. Forgiving iniquity. Number 11, Va Fesha, and transgression. Number 12, Ve Chata'a, and sin. Number 13, Ve Nake, and pardoning. So, let's just go through them without all the Hebrew. So, compassion before a person sins, compassion after a person sins, mighty in compassion to give all creatures according to their need, merciful that humankind may not be distressed, and gracious if humankind is already in distress, slow to anger, and plenteous in kindness and truth, keeping kindness unto thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin, and pardoning. So according to others, the 13 attributes begin only with the second Adonai, since the first one in the subject of Vayikra. Oh yeah, the Vayikra. And he proclaimed, okay, so okay, let me read through, let me skim here a little bit. To secure the number 13, to secure the number 13, some count Nozer Hesed La Alafim. Oh, they said La Alafim. So maybe they misspelled it up here. when they said la alafim, yeah, and yeah, so that I was like, that's more Polynesian to have two A's in a row, but it could, but yeah, so down here it's spelled where'd it go? I said la alafim, la alafim. Yeah, not la alafim. Yeah, okay, so la alafim. So, because that's keeping kindness unto thousands, number 9, Notzer said la alafim as 2. So they count those as 2. Keeping, probably, yeah, keeping kindness and then keeping kindness unto thousands, maybe is how they divide that one. I'm not sure. While others divide erek apayim, which is slow to anger. So maybe that could be just slowing down with everything, and then especially so little deviation, and so especially when it comes to anger, because that one is the most dangerous, maybe. So by dividing it, it kind of shines more light on it, each part individually. So, since forbearance is shown both to the good and to the wicked, and still others in the 13. Okay, so this is just how. Okay, so they're talking. Oh, they mention Elijah. So this is just how they divide it to maintain the 13, because yeah, however, oh, I see. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I'm just seeing if there's anything else here that's interesting. I don't want to get too technical, but it was just it's interesting how they want to maintain the 13, because that's important, because the mercy's the Divine Mother in 13. Okay, B, John the Baptist. B in 13 is encoded in that. Numbers 565, that just stood out. 1947, the time, so 1911, 1911. What's this section here? Liturgical. Usually we won't get to. They're recited on every holy day except on Shabbat, when the Sefer Torah is taken from the Ark. It is also customary that on the fast days, okay, they read these verses, stops at word Vayikra in order that the congregation may recite the 13 attributes, after which he continues his reading. Yes, that's right. Nod to the mother. You better give her her respect. Excuse me. The 13 attributes are very frequently recited in penitential prayers, as in the case in the Seleha, the eve of the new year, which is repeated at the morning service on the Day of Atonement, and which begins with the, I was going to say swords because there's all this okay, words, Shalosh, Ezra, Midot. Okay, so talking about the Day of Repentance and Yom Kippur. Yes. Repentance. Atonement, repentance. That's right. Big message going out to the universe from this mouth right here. Repentance, repentance, repentance. So I'll leave that there. I don't want to get too technical, make it too long. I just want to introduce that to y'all. We'll leave that there. Okay. Oh, we're good. Yeah, 15 minutes. That's plenty of time. Love, peace, and blessings.